What's going on, folks? Merry Christmas. Welcome back to Guy with the GoPro Fishing Show. We are going to cover what I call the bottom out blues, and we are also going to do the drawing for the giveaway. It's a Ned rig pack with some Yamasenkos and the Yum starter kit, Ned rig kit. So without further ado, let's get started.
Subscribe button, and we're gonna learn about to make fishes. And Brian catch the fishes, and then he doesn't take them home. He just puts them back in the water.
Because why?
Because fishes need to stay in water.
And because who am I?
The fishing pro.
But what do you call me?
Boogerhead.
That's right. All right.
So we've been having unseasonably warm temperatures lately, as far as getting in the 50s and 60s during the day, and for the last few days staying above freezing at night. So your shallower bodies of water are actually warming up a little bit, but your big water systems are what I call bottomed out. They are below 40 degrees. I've been out on the river in my boat the last 2 days, and although every other 30 seconds my fish finder's chirping, whether I'm seeing balls of bait or suspended fish, they are not trying to move and or bite in this water, because it is averaging out at about 38.5 degrees. Now, when the water gets that cold on a big water system, you got a few options. Use your live scope and your technology, or whatever it is, to the best of your capabilities. Locate fish and just, try to make those perfect casts and basically bonk them on the freaking beak with that bait, because reaction bites and all that stuff, those are the few options that we do have. A jig is a good option if you're willing to roll the dice, because this river is laden with snags, a lot of hard bottom hang-ups to nick up your fluorocarbon and eventually take your bait from you and lay down to get hung up in. We got barge rigging chains to get hung up in. We got boat dock chains and rope to get hung up in. It's just a very snag laden body of water. So I imagine most of your big river systems are like that. Just try to keep in mind that your casting window in the winter goes from being this big in the summer to where they'll move around that big of a hula hoop to get something to about this big. So if you don't make that perfect cast, you're probably not going to catch that fish. And even still, if you do make that perfect cast and it's not the presentation they're looking for, or it goes by too fast, or just whatever, at this temperature, I'm telling you, it is hard to get, especially bass, to bite. Now, your other species like walleye and muskellunge and pickerel or pike or any of the colder fish, even some of the smallmouth, will entertain you and play along sometimes. But walleye fishing on sunny days with those big eyes, those eyes are sensitive. Those eyes are so they can find food at depth where they like to hang out. They will come up shallow on cloudy, overcast days because it's not as harsh on their eyes, for lack of a better term. So this time of year, that's normally what I do, is I target the toothy critters, because I don't have to really change my whole approach of fishing and buy a bunch of different tackle. No. They'll hit a swim bait, they'll hit a tube. I've caught walleye on Ned rigs, I've caught walleye on crankbaits for sure. I've caught walleye on even square bill crankbaits for sure, and sauger as well. The only difference between our toothy critter friends and bass is that walleye do not breach the surface, as in jumping, trying to shake hooks. But they give one heck of a fight, and pretty soon big females are going to be coming in to drop eggs. So there have been days in the past where I've had back-to-back casts with like a 5-pounder and then like a 7 from the bank. So it can be done. Just know that the bites are few and far between, but when you do get bit, there's a possibility of, you know, a new PB or something close, because if they're going to move on a bait, like I said, it's going to be worth it to them. It's going to be a meal that they think is going to hold them over until the next 3 days when they get around to feeding again. So I've been fishing from the bank. I guess I couldn't just walk back to the front without at least giving a couple little flips around over here. And I've been fishing from the boat. Alright, I know I said I was going to switch to a natural color, but this is a color by Young called Pink Blush, and it is a destroyer in this river. One thing I've caught is one little largemouth, and it was pendulum swinging a Ned rig from the bank just back to myself. Wow, it's a little guy, but it's better than nothing. Wow, it's your first time you've been caught, hasn't it?
Spazzing out. Where's your grandma? Where is your grandma, dude? I got swim baits bigger than you. Got swim baits bigger than you, you tail curler. The pendulum swing. Yep. It's kind of like dead sticking. Well, it's not kind of like, it is. All you do is chuck it out there and retrieve. It has no action. It's just back to you. You can do it from a boat. You can do it from shore. Now that's not the best example fish, but it shows you that they're down with something moving a little bit. Dang it.
We're in dead stick. No life, no movement on your creature bait territory here. Swim baits, you know, keep them moving slow. A-rigs, keep them moving slow. The only thing that I would have a 7-speed reel on or anything higher would be a jig rod, so I can pick up all that slack. Other than that, we got a drawing to do. Alright folks, I've been having technical difficulties. It's like the YouTube gods do not want this video to be constructed. So I can't find an app for a random comment picker that's worth a darn. They're all garbage and they're just gonna foul up a subpar thing even more. So what we're gonna do is some trivia. In one of my more recent videos, I caught my first umbrella rig bass. To win this month's giveaway, what was the length of that bass? That's all you gotta do, is be first in this video's comment section with the right length of fish, and you win. If you have won before, it'll be the first person I see that hasn't won yet. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some trivia and change things up a little bit, because about over those garbage apps that have pop-up ads and they're just garbage, you guys. So that being said, be the first one in the comment section with the proper length of that smallmouth bass, and you are the winner of the Ned Rig pack and the final giveaway for 2023. This is Brian from Guy with the GoPro Fishing Show. Out for now. Merry Christmas, people. Happy New Year. And we'll see you in 2024. Peace out.